AITA for canceling my wedding? My possibly soon-to-be ex, M28, and I, F25, were due to be married less than a week ago. We are very untraditional and spent the night before together, just talking and reminiscing on what got us to that point. I've always known he is bi, and it's never been an issue, it's just who he is. We have a very close-knit group of friends, and he and his best friend grew up together and were one another's support system throughout university. He's been very open about all this since I first met him. However, one thing I wasn't aware of is that they were involved, and that my possible ex is still in love with him, and the feeling is mutual. I asked him if he'd cheated on me before, and he confessed to a few slip-ups but refused to go into detail. The morning of the wedding I woke feeling sick and just totally overwhelmed and stressed. I was questioning everything that's happened since we got together, and spoke to his best friend to confirm what I'd been told, which he did after an attempt to lie. I've cancelled the wedding and told him I need time to think, but I'm not sure I can get past the cheating. I feel emotionally shattered. It's only been a few days but his family and mine keep calling me trying to get me to feel guilty for my choice. We were paying for our wedding ourselves and it was a small, local affair, but I understand people might be disappointed that something they've waited for isn't going to happen, possibly ever.
Relevant comments. Commenter 1, do the families know why? Because if they're blaming you, time to set the record straight, pun intended.
OP. No they don't. I feel weird outing him, so to speak. I've been trying to figure out how to tell them without giving all the details. I know it's odd but I still feel like I owe him that, and I don't know why.
Commenter 2, it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks or feels about it. This is your decision alone and you shouldn't be guilted into doing so. It's wild that he hid that from you at all but then to tell you on the night before your wedding? Be thankful this was before it was done so you can think about it before taking that plunge. Commenter 3. One thing I wasn't aware of is that they were involved, and that my possible ex is still in love with him, and the feeling is mutual. I've cancelled the wedding and told him I need time to think, but I'm not sure I can get past the cheating. You can't get married when he's already in a relationship with someone he loves, who also loves him back. He may be bi, but you didn't agree to an open relationship. You also didn't agree to accept his lies. It's only been a few days but his family and mine keep calling me trying to get me to feel guilty for my choice. I read in your reply you are choosing not to be vindictive by outing him. However, you can tell them he cheated, and if they want more details to ask him. I'm really sorry this blew up your special day. I also think you're making the best decision by not moving forward with the wedding. NTA.
Update. I'm sorry it's taken a bit to update. I've been waiting for things to settle and it's taken a while. When I wrote my post I was emotionally wrecked and desperately in need of an outsider's perspective. I haven't answered every comment I got, but I have read them all and wanted to say thank you to everyone who took their time to reply. Most of the comments were very thoughtful and supportive, and I can't tell you how much that meant. On to the situation itself. I gave myself some time to get my head straight and get tested. Thankfully I was given the all clear for my tests, so the next thing was to deal with everything. I invited my ex-fiancé and his best friend over for dinner. I know that sounds weird to do, but I thought I wanted to talk to them, and do it in a scenario we were all comfortable in, or as comfortable as we could be. They agreed. Being able to observe the both of them through a new lens also really helped, and they're definitely in love with one another just by their mannerisms and the way they are when they think no one is looking. I wish I'd clocked on so much sooner. My ex kept apologizing, and the more he apologized the more upset his best friend was getting, and the more he retracted that apology to the best friend. I told him it wasn't about apologies anymore, I just wanted to understand. What I think I've gathered from the whole thing is that, as many of you have pointed out, I've been an unsuspecting beard for our entire relationship. Granted, it seems to be unwittingly, but still. I think there's some deep homophobia running through my ex as he reacted negatively when I asked if he thought perhaps he might be gay, not bi, and when his best friend tried to talk, he shut him down so fast I actually felt a little bit bad for him, the bestie. I also found out that where I thought he'd told his family he was bi, he actually hasn't. Some of our mutual close friends know, but that seems to be it. Nevertheless, my ex and I are not getting back together, the engagement is officially over, and I've swapped out my phone number to avoid some of the ridiculous texts I'm getting from various guests. To those who've asked, after discussing it with my ex, I've simply said that he's not who I thought he was, and left it at that. It's the truth without going into any details. It's up to him if he wants to stay in the closet, but I'm not getting involved any longer. I gave him back his engagement ring, and though he asked if we could keep in touch, I feel like it's done. His best friend also offered to pay for my wedding dress as an apology for his part in it. I declined, but the offer was still nice. I will be moving soon, found a place, just waiting for the moving date, and I'm looking forward to starting fresh in a new home. I realized I couldn't be in that house and wonder as I went round where my ex and his best friend had cheated on me and analyzing every memory. It's been exhausting and I'm still very much devastated, but I am so glad I went with my gut and cancelled the wedding when I did because it would have been such a mistake to go ahead with it. I've gotten a therapist to help me, and I suggested, gently, that my ex and his best friend also get one. I don't know if they will, but I think it'd help the both of them. Edit. Did I know if ex's best friend was gay or bi? I did know his best friend is gay, yes, but it never occurred to me that there was anything other than brotherly friendship between them, though looking back they were and have always been very affectionate towards each other, though I dismissed it because the best friend is quite a touchy-feely person anyway.
Relevant comments. Commenter 1, I am extremely sorry that you had to go through all this. Your ex is in desperate need of therapy. I hope that you can find someone who actually understands you and himself and can love you with his whole heart. And if your ex's family pester you, you can just direct them to him and block them. Good thing you are getting a new number, it will help so that there are less people to annoy you. Sending you lots of internet hugs.
OP. Thank you so much, it's been hard, I won't lie. I'm just so glad I didn't give in to pressure and go ahead with the wedding.
Commenter 2, you did the right thing canceling your wedding. As bad as this is now, going through a divorce a few years down the line would be even worse. Your ex needs therapy to figure out who and what he wants. Commenter 3, you should 100% take up the offer of him paying you back. They both knowingly scammed the shit out of you. They had you contributing to a fake wedding that was a mask so they could continue to cheat in private while letting you fuck up your life in the process. They should both be paying you back every cent you spent and frankly paying you back for every gift you spent on, everything they got out of you, because they knew from day one what they were doing. He knowingly cheated on you from the start, he was with this guy from the start, he was using you from the start. He's caused you to lose money, but he's cost you time, years of your life basically wasted on being with him. The minimum they owe you is making you financially restored from anything you ever wasted on them.